I saw today that Rode have announced a new studio kit with audio interface called the RØDE AI-1. Now, for whatever reason, most of the top microphone companies don't produce audio interfaces, and vice versa, most of the top audio interface companies don't produce mics. For whatever reason, they kind of stay in their own realms. I believe this is the first one that Rode has produced, and for those of you who don't know, Rode are an Australian-based company. They produce studio microphones like this. This is a Shure mic, but they do this kind of style of microphones, condenser mics, dynamic mics. They do mics for cameras, for mobile phones, for, they do lavalier mics. They do all the accessories that go along with recording audio, and they've always focused on that. This is the first time I believe they've ever released anything like this, and you can see it here, the RØDE AI-1. So the RØDE AI-1 is the actual audio interface, comes with a condenser microphone and what looks like a very high quality shock mount. And if you come down here, you can see that it is the NT1. Now, the NT1 isn't a new mic. This mic has been out for a long time. So I can't see anything about pricing here, but the fact that there are kits out already, like there's an NT1A, and that's 135. But the NT is actually a different mic. So if I look here, like this is more what it's like, if you look there. So there's the NT1. That comes with the shock mount, etc. So that in the UK, £208. It'll probably be the same in dollars, $200 in the USA. So whilst there isn't anything about price here, I suspect we're going to be talking at least $250, maybe towards the 300 mark. I'm just guessing. So it's got a single combo jack at the back. So it's got a 1/4" input or an XLR input, and you can see there's the XLR, there's the 1/4" one for guitars and things like that. And it's got a headphone amplifier on board. So if I jump to the specs, okay, so this is the audio interface. This is the AI-1. Now, I'm not sure if you can actually buy this on its own. Doesn't look like you can. I'm not sure yet, but it doesn't look like you can. This connects via USB, but you can see there it actually connects via USB Type-C. So I know that will annoy some people, but I think that's quite good. I quite like the fact that they're producing something that's going to be usable in the future. USB Type-C is the future, people. So it's got one preamp in it, and the preamp, where is it? So the preamp can provide 45 decibels of range. So that isn't enough to power a microphone like this. This needs more than 60. But for the NT1, which is included, it's more than enough for guitars and all that. It's fine. So there's all the stats. I won't bore you with that. I'll link to this page so you guys can check it out. But it is USB bus powered, USB Type-C. There's all the sample rates. It goes up to 96 kilohertz. And it's got one analog input, two analog outputs, 2 times a 1/4, and a 1/4 is the headphones. So you can see there. Looks quite small, 560 grams. It seems quite portable as well. So yeah, I think this is a good announcement. There's a lot of audio interfaces out there. Rode are quite known, they're well known for producing bundles. They love throwing their microphones into bundles with shock mounts, with windshields, with things like that, and doing it as a kit. So they've proved to be very popular with beginners because what do you buy? What shock mount do I buy? What do I buy? They put everything together and they do it as a bundle. So they've gained a large audience like that, and Rode sell everything from budget mics all the way up to very, very expensive mics. It makes sense. It makes sense for them to develop this. I'm surprised that other microphone companies haven't really dived into this realm. They've got an audience, they've got a large customer base, and they can throw in a shock mount, they can throw in the condenser microphone. Now, condenser microphone, this is a dynamic mic, so this is more for streaming, for podcasting and things like that. A condenser mic is more suited towards vocals, for singing, for things like that. Well, it can do podcasting, etc. if you have soundproofed your room, which very few people would have done, unless you're talking the high end. So I think this is more geared towards musicians, singers, guitar players, whether you're regular guitar, bass guitar, anything like that. Looks quite good. I'll leave a link to the page, guys. Let me know what you think about it. But I think this looks like a really cool little device. Again, I don't know what the price will be. Going by what the you know, the price of the NT1 with the shock mount goes for about the 200 mark. I suspect this is going to be 250 to 300 pounds in the UK, probably 250, $300 in the USA. I'm guessing. At the end of the day, this is just a basic little audio interface. It does 45 decibels of gain. It's only got one XLR and quarter-inch input, combo input. So, you know, it's not a total audio interface setup. It's just for the individual recording. But I'll leave a link to it. Let me know what you think about it, guys, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Take care.